Hey there, Kyle Souza here from thetalkinggeek.com. Not in my normal depressing locale of my office, which is up over there. Instead, I'm in my living room, and I'm going to talk about this going postal. But before I do, let me explain my location change. It wasn't just because I wanted to be in another disorganized part of the house, but there's a bat in my office, and I don't know what to do. There was a bat in our house last week, and I gently caught it with a blanket and moved it into a large plastic bin, and then got it outside and put it on the bed of my truck sideways so they could get out and leap because I heard that they can't take off from the ground and fly. So they need a little bit of lift that they can drop from and start flying. So took him out there, or her, I don't know, girl or boy bat, I can't tell the difference. And it flew away and it was fine. It was great. Then I went to go record a video about a comic book, and I started recording, and then my AC kicked on. I was like, oh, actually it was the heater, but it was making some noise. I was like, oh, I forgot to turn that off. So I go turn it off. I go sit back down, wait a minute for it to turn off. Go for take two. Start hearing these little scratching noises and squeaking noises. I was like, man, are there more bats like in the attic or something? And then I start hearing some papers. So now you've seen how disorganized my office is, and that's just the part that you can see. That's the part that I'm not ashamed to show people. But there's like bins of papers and stuff that need to be dealt with. These like plastic totes and moving boxes and stuff like that all around the office. And I can hear these noises inside the boxes. It sounds just like the bat from last week. So I am confident there's another bat in the house, in the office, but now it's a much more confined space and I can't see it. So I was like, heck no. And I just left the room, grabbed my phone, left the room, shut the door. We're just going to leave that in there for now. Gonna deal with it tomorrow. Life. Anyways, I want to talk about this. Going postal. All right, so this is based on a book from Terry Pratchett. Okay, Terry Pratchett, and it is set in the Discworld setting. So Discworld was kind of a fantasy, kind of a medium fantasy storytelling universe that Terry Pratchett created, set several stories in. Okay, and I can't say I'm a huge Discworld fan. I have nothing against it. I just know that there's other people that have read a lot more than I have. I was introduced to Terry Pratchett through his book that he co-authored with Neil Gaiman, Good Omens. I've talked about that on this YouTube channel before, which, by the way, feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment, make fun of me for the bat. There's a bat up there. There's a bat. I don't know what to do. Like, I like Batman. I don't like Man-Bat. I definitely don't like Bat-Bat. Okay, Man-Bat's not terrible. He's got some good storytelling devices. But, yeah, I like Batman, not Bat-Bat. Okay? Anyways, so this is a fantasy setting, but it's a very human story, and it's not all about wizards. Oh, disappeared. There's pictures of my kids now. I'm talking too long. Here we go. Using the Google Home here. Okay. So it's about Moist von Lipwig, and you've got the guy in charge, you got the reporter, you got the female love interest, you got the henchman, you got the big bad, Mr. Guilt, you got some comedic relief over here, you got the serious guy who looks familiar. It's a great cast. Okay. And spoiler alert on the story. It's a very human story, but it is set in this fantasy setting, and it is the perfect example of how fantasy settings are a great way to tell stories, because it's comedic, it's suspenseful, there's some romance at the end, which I'm a sucker for a love story. It's a great story, and it's done as a two-part film, I guess. If it were a movie, it'd be 3 hours long, which there are some 3 hour long movies. So you call 3 hour long movie. It's on Amazon Prime, including on Prime Video. It does 2 episodes. Really good production, really good casting, really good acting. The sets are fantastic, with the exception of the golem. The golem's mouth. Okay, this is from 2010. Uh, they didn't use CG. They had a person in a suit. The golem's a stone golem. If anybody's familiar with that kind of creature, and the golem's mouth doesn't move wonderfully. But aside from that, it's great. It's about the power of words. It's about paying the consequences of your actions, because the main character is a con man who gets caught, and he gets a chance at paying his penance by working for the government. All right, kind of like that Dear God movie, right? That was the one with the guy who had to work at the post office. Wow, that's another post office movie. Anyways, apparently working at the post office is a punishment for being a bad person. Just joking. Go USPS. All right. So this con man gets put in charge of the post office. There's people trying to kill him. There's conspiracy theories. There's all this stuff, and stuff like werewolves and vampires and stuff like that. That's like a background. That's not main parts of the story. There is a banshee that's a big part of the story, but these fantasy creatures, aside from the golem, are not a big part of the story, and they're not like a big deal's not made about them, because they're just part of normal everyday life in Ankh-Morpork. That's the city. The main city where this is set is Ankh-Morpork. And so it's a really great story. If you can put 3 hours aside and watch it, I think you'll like it. If you like this, you're going to like other Terry Pratchett stuff. There's other Terry Pratchett videos, movies, TV shows, etc. Specials. It's called a special. It's not even a miniseries. It's 2 episodes. But there's more Terry Pratchett stuff available on Amazon Prime, plus all the books that he's written. And unfortunately, Terry Pratchett's already passed away, so we're not going to get any new writings out of him. But hopefully some of the other stuff that he's created gets put into other visual mediums like this. So I'd say check it out. Again, my name's Kyle Souza. There's a bat in my office. My blog's at thetalkinggeek.com. Did I mention the bat? Thanks for watching. Have a great night.